If you are passionate about leaving your home country and moving to the United Kingdom, then this video is for you. This organization is going to give you COS, that's the certificate of sponsorship, for you to come to the UK. And the good part of it is that you can apply for this opportunity from your home country. Now let me quickly show you that. So as you can see it boldly stated on their website, if you are applying from outside the UK and the Ireland, you will need to apply for a voluntary charity workers visa. So that's the class of visa you are coming with. Have you been refused a visa to travel to the UK within the last 5 years? If you were selected, what is the earliest date you will be available to join? You will need an up-to-date photo of yourself, detail of your passport, that's your international passport, travel and funding arrangements if overseas. So as an overseas applicant from whichever country you are applying from, you are eligible and you can get this certificate of sponsorship, and you'll definitely be able to move to the United Kingdom anytime soon. So guys, if the United Kingdom is your dream destination, you want to follow me through this video as I take you step by step on how to apply, the eligibility criteria, and what this program is all about. So before we dive right in, please do well to like this video, share with your friends and family, drop your comments, your questions, and if you are new here, you are very much welcome. Please subscribe to this channel, turn on your bell notification so that whenever I post opportunities like this, you'll be notified and you also will be able to take advantage of it. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So this organization is Abbey London. As you can see from the name, it is located in London. So what they do basically is that they have accommodation where they host students. If you're going to school in London, you can book an accommodation with them. Obviously, that's not why we're here. We're not here to book an accommodation. The reason we are here is because they are currently recruiting volunteers from across the world who would come over to the United Kingdom to assist them with maintenance and a lot of things to get the organization running. As you can see, it's such a big place that can accommodate as many as 150 students and some other persons. So they need volunteers to come because it's actually a Christian community. It's not a conventional hotel that would obviously, charge people and be able to have enough funds to run their expenses and all of that. They are more or less like charity organization. They are providing accommodation for students in order to prevent them from getting stranded, especially students that are just coming to London newly and do not know anywhere. They're just providing a kind of support for them to have a very safe landing in London precisely. So that's why they need volunteers, and they are willing to offer certificate of sponsorship to the volunteers to come into the United Kingdom to do these things for them. Of course, you get a place to sleep and some other benefits. So if you would like to contact them for more information, this is their contact. You can choose to get in touch with them for further clarification. So with that being said, let's move ahead to see who can apply, what are the eligibility criteria, and how to apply. So I'm going to drop the link to the application portal in the video description. Click on apply to join community. So when it brings you here, this is how the application looks like. We are so glad you'd like to explore joining the team as a residential community member, voluntary worker. You will need a photo of yourself, detail of your passport, travel and funding arrangement if overseas, and references. The form will probably take at least 40 minutes to complete, but at any time you can scroll to the bottom and click save and continue later. So it's going to be a rigorous exercise to get the form completed for you to be able to submit your application. So you might not complete it at once. You'll be able to save and continue until you are able to fill in the necessary requirements, and then you'll be able to submit your application. So before we begin to fill the application form, let's look out for who can apply. What are the eligibility criteria? So it's a genuine occupational requirement that you must be a practicing Christian with evidence of a growing Christian faith and involvement in a local church. So you're going to be getting reference from your church. They just want to be sure that you are a church person, because it's more or less like a Christian community. So they want to be sure that people that are coming to volunteer with them are actually Christians. So another thing for you to consider is that Abbey, London does not have suitable accommodation for married couples or families. If this applies to you, then this may not be for you. We will not issue certificates of sponsorship for couples or family. So sorry to disappoint you. If you're married, you would not be able to get sponsorship for your family, and they won't be able to provide an accommodation for your spouse and your children. So that's the downside for the married people. So going forward, you will be expected to share a bedroom with other members of our community. So if you're a person you can't share a room with someone, it's definitely not for you, because you will have to share a room with someone. Abbey, London is a residential Christian community. Living, working and worshiping together with us in community is a requirement. So you're going to have to attend fellowships. Everyone comes together to worship God, so be prepared for that. Then the use of AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot to complete your application form is not allowed. So applications suspected of using AI tools will be rejected. So please be warned. Don't use ChatGPT, don't use AI for your application, because they are going to detect it and they might not consider your applications. Just be real, it's not something too much. So now let's move to the application itself. So the first question is, are you a Christian? So I want to say yes. And which country issue your passports? So if you're applying from outside the UK or Ireland, then you have to choose the rest of the world. So this is an important information for you. If you are applying from outside the UK and the Ireland, you will need to apply for a voluntary charity workers visa. So that's the visa that is applicable to you, which will last for 1 year, and you must be willing to commit to volunteering with us for this period. So your visa is going to be valid for 1 year, and you must commit to volunteering with this organization for the period of 1 year. So there are strict requirements for this visa, and applicants may be refused entry by the British Embassy. So they don't have the final say. Of course, they're going to give you the documentation and the support you need to apply for your visa, but the final decision still depends on the British Embassy. If your visa is granted, you have to volunteer with this organization for that period, because that's the reason why your visa was granted in the first place. Let's move on. So have you been refused a visa to travel to the UK within the last 5 years? No. Yes, you have to be as honest as possible, because of course they have the record. So have you previously traveled to the UK on a tier 5 or religious worker visa? If no, just click on no. Do you have enough money to apply for a visa to travel to the UK? So you're going to pay your visa application fee. You're going to pay for the traveling cost. So do you have enough money to pay for your travel to the UK? Yes, if you have enough money to travel. So you want to state your future plans here, because they expect you to return after 1 year to your home country. Of course, a lot of people will definitely find a way of staying permanently in the UK. You wouldn't open your eyes and let a whole 1 year roll over without you networking and getting, other options that can allow you stay permanently in the UK. Here you have to tell them that you will return to your home country and these are your plans and all of that. They just want to be sure that you have the plan of returning to your home country. So if you were selected, what is the earliest date you will be available to join? You want to give a few weeks for your visa application to be approved. So at least you can give it a space of 1 month to get your visa approved. So you want to select the date that best suits you. And what is the latest date you would be able to stay until? So you want to select when you would, if it's 3 months you want to stay in the UK, if it's 6 months, if it's 1 year, you want to state it here. And how good is your spoken English? So if your spoken English is good, just click on yes, and you have to read this attestation and you would have to abide by it. So if you agree, take it and returning to your home country. As you are coming from outside the UK or Ireland, please tick to show you agree with the following statement. I understand that I must return to my home country when my time as a community member at the Abbey, London is finished. Guys, they want to be sure that you would not stay back in the UK. And you have to tick if you're married or not. And do you have dependent children? They want to know if you already have children. So you want to fill this form, guys, and submit your application. So if you're being selected, please let me know in the comment section so that we can celebrate with you, guys. I wish every one of you best of luck. So guys, jump right into the application. This is not the end of the application, but since I'm not applying, that's why I'm stopping here. So it's going to be very easy for you to navigate. You're going to have to attach your photograph. They want to see how you look like and all of that information. Your international passport page, they're going to request for it, and all of the details. Just make sure you give it your best shot. So just take your time. You don't have to rush it and finish this application in a day. You can go and come back to it until you are satisfied before submitting your application. Guys, I wish you the very best of luck. Till I see you in my next video.